Hi, this is Thunder E from Booredatwork.com and welcome to our unboxing of the BlackBerry Z10. Yes, you've probably heard all the hype of the Galaxy S4, but today we will be dealing with the BlackBerry Z10, available on AT&T. The BlackBerry Z10 here, AT&T version, of course, is wrapped in traditional AT&T packaging with the white accents on the side and orange wrapped around the device. You can see it's made in China, Indonesia, and Korea, so it's made in many places. Let's go ahead and slide this open. So this is provided to us by AT&T. So as you can see, our micro SIM slot here, card slips out. Here, of course, is our BlackBerry Z10, which of course we'll take a closer look in a second. What else do we have in here? Open this up. We do have, of course, AT&T info, quick start guide. Packaging is pretty nice inside though. Still keeps some of that traditional BlackBerry packaging, if you will. Now we've got our travel plug. It's a quaint little plug. Gone are the days of the big bulky BlackBerry, BlackBerry chargers. You can see there has the BlackBerry logo. Nice small USB plug-in charger. And over here on the other side, we have our BlackBerry Z10 guide. It says Snapdragon in there. We also have in-ear headphones, which look downright terrible, and USB cables for charging and data transfer. And that is pretty much it. Those are all the contents of the box of the BlackBerry Z10. So we're going to take all this stuff, move it aside because we don't need it right now, and let us focus on our Z10. Alright, so the Z10, of course, is BlackBerry's latest flagship device, and this is a full touchscreen device with no physical buttons. You can see there are no buttons on the device here. Here's a front-facing camera here, as you can see, and you do, of course, have the traditional BlackBerry indicator on the top. The BlackBerry logo is here at the bottom of the device. And design-wise, you can see it looks like a candy bar, like a rectangular candy bar, if you will. Left-hand side, you do have your mini HDMI out, and of course your USB port for charging on the left-hand side. Around the bottom, there's pretty much nothing there, which can actually open the battery, which we'll get to in a second. You also have your volume rocker here, and you do have your lock button there. And on the very top, you do have your power button, and that's your 3.5mm jack. Very thin device, quite slim. You do have an 8 megapixel camera at the back, and it's got this nice rubberized graded back with, of course, the BlackBerry logo accented in what looks like aluminum or silver or steel, but anyway, shiny. I'll put it that way. So let's open up and see what we have in terms of battery. Back cover is plastic, so you see it easily opens up. You've got a micro SD card slot for expandable memory up to 64 gigabytes, sorry. And there, of course, is your micro SIM, which is blocked in by the battery. And if we take out the battery here, which is quite slim, see what we have here for battery size. BlackBerry, we have an 1800 milliamp battery, so it's be very important to see how well this battery handles in terms of battery life and also just longevity and things like that. So let's put this back in and let us power our device. Now internally, this houses 2 gigs of RAM. So it's comparable with your standard flagship smartphones now. And it's got a dual-core processor from Snapdragon, which most likely is the S4 processor in here. You've got a 720p display. Let's power this bad boy up. Let's see how long it takes to power up, because BlackBerrys were known to take forever to power up and shut down in the first place. So I hit the power button and see if we can turn this bad boy on. So I had to go ahead and charge the Z10 before I did the startup, but I've already set things up. But what I wanted to show you here basically was just the startup process, and then we'll get into it. So I'm actually going to just hit the power button down, and you see, of course, the indicator lights up, meaning, of course, it's about to start up. BlackBerrys were well known for having very slow startup times. But as we go through this process, you guys can see how long it takes. What you should understand about the Z10, about the philosophy, of course, with the new BlackBerry OS is that everything's contextual to the edges of the device. So basically, you close application from sliding from the bottom, switch application slides from the bottom, you pan through from the right, you can peek from your left. So you use all corners of the device, and some of your settings can be accessed from the top. So everywhere around the device you actually use to navigate to get to where you're trying to go to on the device. Now, in terms of the feel of the device itself, since we're still doing the unboxing and initial hardware tour, is that it feels very comfortable and it really feels business-like. Let's just be frank, because it feels like something that is not too exotic, if you will, in design. It's very simple and it's comforting to use. So, excuse me, as a user, you don't feel distracted away from the Z10. So if we move in a little closer, if we take a look here, you can see, of course, my background there has Minato from Naruto, but you can see I can scroll through quite easily. I can also hover through quickly, just like you find, say, the Galaxy S devices. And I have a slew of applications. This is prepared my BlackBerry Hub. I have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Foursquare, music app, a player, gallery, documents to go, so basically for your documents, connection to Dropbox is there, weather app, and of course you can see my camera is accessible there, as well as my dialer. And if we go into the camera app and pull that open, you can see how the camera app looks like. It's quite simple and basic, and it's something, of course, you can still use. You see the application there. So of course, if I wanted to just get out of this application, I slide from the bottom. Sorry. There we go. And I can access that. I can also peek over here and see my BlackBerry Hub. This shows me all the things that have come and been updated to my hub. And you can see I have my email, my Facebook, as well as Twitter, also calls. So it's something we'll get into more detail with, and we'll give you guys a better explanation. But so far, that's just pretty much the unboxing of the BlackBerry Z10. If you have any questions or any comments, let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to all our pages on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. It's all Booredatwork with 2 O's. So this is Thunder E saying thank you and always enjoy entertainment.